Good afternoon, welcome to a match of Dota 2. This is a round number 4 match for the GosuCup Asia. And we're gonna have a match between MUFC on their side, Invasion on the Radiant side. And I'm quite curious to see how these two teams are doing, because of course, Invasion came here with beating 4 teams on their way here. MUFC, 3 teams on the way here. MUFC beat 2 teams on the way to get here, and we've seen those 2 games which were pretty one-sided in favor of MUFC. So I'm curious to see if Invasion can put up a better fight than the previous opponents of MUFC. We have the first ban out. It's a Leshrac, a hero that normally does not get first ban, but does get one of the earlier picks. So no real well, I was gonna say no real surprise, but it is, it's something that we don't normally see. We have a Native Prophet picked out by Invasion to ban out. Picked out, banned out, I know, English is hard. And we have got ourselves second ban, the last ban in this first ban phase for MUFC. We still have all those heroes in that we normally see banned out, like the Darkseer, for example. Rubik, we have seen Rubik today, as well as the Naga Siren. But yeah, curious to see what they find out next, what they are gonna be banning out. They're gonna be banning out the Invoker, so don't wanna be dealing with a turtle hero here, and well, you just don't wanna be dealing with an Invoker in general. Last ban is gonna come from Invasion. This is gonna be a Rubik. It's the first pick that's going towards the Dire, by the way. Something worthy of noting. Last couple of games we had first pick all on the Radiant side, but because it's a random first pick, it is Dire this game, and it is it's gonna be it's all best out of 1, so you only get one chance to be able to stay in the game. Darkseer is still getting banned out. It's going to be the Naga Siren first pick by MUFC. Rubik is still in the pool, as well as the Tidehunter, for example, which does fit in nicely against the Naga Siren. But whether they are going to pick that up, that's the case. That's a question. Templar Assassin still in the game as well. Also a hero that we see banned out a lot. And yeah, well, I think we're just going to have to wait and see. Personally, I am not very familiar with the Invasion, so what they will be picking up, it will define their style and their first impression to me, and maybe also to you. Let's see if we can find out what they are going to be going for. By the way, this game is also viewable inside the game client. I think spectators are on for this match. You don't need to buy a ticket or anything, but you do need to find the match, and you can do that by going into the chat channel in the in-game client called Sheever, so my name. You can find myself there in that channel. My name there is Sheever. You can right-click my name and you can click on Watch Game, and you should be able to watch in-game with commentary, because I do have my microphone on, so you should be able to have everything else there and be your own cameraman, so that you won't miss any first bloods like I have done out twice today. We have got the Rubik pickup indeed, but not with the Tidehunter as I was expecting. It's gonna be a Windrunner, so a very safe pick coming off from Invasion here. Let's see if MUFC wants to go for some team fight potential extra. Of course, we could also see them going for a Lina or something like that, like a good lane with Naga Siren, but it will depend. We've seen Queen of Pains in all games so far, last 2 games I believe. So we might see that one as well. As they're taking into the bonus side. One thing, one thing I want to note here for both heroes that I just picked up. 2 things that I want to note. One, they're both green. The second thing that is more serious, if you want to set up a team fight with the Song of the Siren, that's all fine and you can all do that and stuff. But if you have a Tidehunter as well as a Venomancer, so the one thing that you're gonna get against that is a BKB. The Radiant side will always be able to put their BKB on before Tidehunter and Venomancer can do their ultimate after a song. Purely because the BKBs can be spammed and there will be a split second of where Tidehunter and Venomancer are still unsure if they would be hitting their ultimate when the song is not over just yet, and when the BKBs are already on. So that is just something that they cannot count on that song to set up for that Ravage, at least not in the later game when the BKBs are going to be there. In the meantime, Bedrider gets picked up for the first time today that we see him. He's gonna be picked up by Invasion on the Radiant side, and I'm happy to see him because he is a fun hero, to be fair, to watch. He makes for some nice plays, and we have got ourselves a Chen ban out coming up from MUFC. I mean, they got burst damage with the Ravage as well, a bit of overtime damage with the Venomancer ulti, and they don't want to get that damage healed up, so they ban out the Chen, and of course, there is still all the jungle heroes still in the game. As in there were, because now the Chen is out there, but Enchantress and Enigma are still there. And
10 seconds
yeah,
remaining.
that's maybe something that they want to be betting out as well. Maybe they want to pick up the Enigma themselves still if they want to go for something in the jungle. We'll see though, because you know, Enigma as well as for example Sand King are two of those heroes that can already start casting their ultimate preemptively before the song is off, making sure that you won't be able to miss it. Enigma gets banned out actually, so that one won't be there. Queen of Pain got banned out by Invasion right now, with the next ban going for Invasion as well. Let's see what they want to ban out here. I mean, if we look at lanes, we have a Venomancer as well as a Naga Siren, who will probably be on the same lane. Tidehunter could be on a tri-lane there as well, but could potentially be solo laning, as we have seen people do with the Tidehunter lately. Purely because that's a way for him to get fairly fast levels, and he is a good tanky hero, so he won't die with the first hit that he gets, or blow that he takes. And we're gonna see what the last ban is for Invasion. I mean, they could be banning out some extra solo lane heroes, because that is still what MUFC needs. And since Invasion already got their Windrunner and their Bedrider, which could also potentially solo lane, just like the Rubik, they can just ban out any solo lane that they just don't want to be playing, and also don't want to be be facing against. And the Bounty Hunter is a good choice here, because that's of course a hero that would go roaming around level 6, and those are the heroes that you want to be banning out. So Beastmaster could be the next one as well. Also one of those heroes that fits in that same pattern, same profile, and is of course also a solo lane hero. Brewmaster will be banned here by MUFC, so they don't want to be facing that one. Let's see what Invasion is going to go for next, and they ban out the Shadow Fiend actually, is also a solo lane hero, but not the one I was expecting. Also a hero that can easily roam around as level more like 7-8 rather than 6, but still a hero that is definitely a mid-game hero, and also of course got buffed, so they don't want to be facing that one. This is actually the first time we've seen Shadow Fiend today, or at least for me it is. But yeah, he gets banned out, not picked up, which is a bit of a shame. Let's see for MUFC what they want to be picking up here. Still got a lot of heroes to pick from. I mean, like I said, Beastmaster would be a decent hero for them to have with that roar. Definitely nice. And also because, you know, I already said, like, if you want to counter a Tidehunter as well as a Venomancer, you're going for those BKBs. And something that can counter the BKB is indeed the roar from the Beastmaster, so it could definitely be a nice one. They go for the carry first though. Dragon Knight is gonna be picked up here. I do like that pickup. He's a carry that can counter. That can push. Oh, what am I saying? Can counter push also, of course. Can stun, long range stun, and of course. When Naga Siren sets up with her song, Dragon Knight can get close by and start off with the stun if he wants to. And something that also worth noting, if you have a Dragon Knight and Naga Siren together, that can be an ensnare, and Dragon Knight can just walk up to the target and stun it. And that's basically like useful against any kind of carry that Invasion still wants to pick up, because I do think they still want to pick up a carry. Like for their lanes, we're going to have a Windrunner solo, Bedrider perhaps solo with a Rubik duo or tri-lane. But yeah, we still don't know what kind of carry they're going to be going for. There's still plenty of options in, by the way. I mean, Anti-Mage, Faceless Void, Morphling, like you name it. Storm Spirit, I don't know why I said Storm Spirit. I don't think he's going to be picked up here. But yeah, they're thinking about it. What carry are they gonna go for? Are they gonna pick up their first support now, knowing that MUFC probably won't go for a carry now anyway, so they can keep their surprise carry until the last moment? And always when I say surprise carry, my first thought goes off to the Ricky, but I don't think it's gonna be a Ricky in this case. I mean, if you look at the lineup from MUFC, there's just too much tankiness. Like Tidehunter as well as Dragon Knight are just so tanky heroes. You can't really have Ricky against it. Although having said that, there is no invisibility spotting thingies apart from the ensnare if you get it up on time. on the dire side. Earthshaker will be picked up here by Invasion, so as I said, it's going to be their secondary support, so it will be a tri-lane with a Rubik and an Earthshaker. Very solid tri-lane, may I add. Everything with an Earthshaker is probably solid, because there's just no way you're going to be able to gank the hero that he is going to be protecting with his Fisher. It's going to be Puck from MUFCs, because like I said, there's still a lot of solo lane heroes in the pool, and Puck is one of them. So he will be picked up there, and he'll be the solo lane. I'm quite curious to see if it's going to be a Dragonite mid, and if he's going to be solo, and then Puck side solo lane, long lane, and then a Tidehunter Venomous, a tri-lane with a Naga Siren. But one of those two could also be going towards the Dragonite and help him out, because he doesn't. Well, he could take on solo. Maybe not solo Bat Riders, but although he's pretty tanky, so he might be able to take solo Bat Rider as well. But Bat Rider is just a very annoying hero. Last pickup coming in from Invasion. What's going to be the surprise pickup? What's going to be the surprise carry? It's going to be Faceless Void. So one of the carries that I mentioned still being in the pool. And that will be the pickup for Invasion. So I have to say, they look pretty solid, to be fair. Like for late game. If they manage to get late game. Because Dragonite is one of those heroes that can be aggressive fairly early on. Especially if they if they let Dragonite get levels. If Dragonite doesn't have a bad start and gets levels early, he will be able to help pushing fairly fast. We were waiting for the last two heroes to be picked up by Invasion, and then we can, or last one now, there. Then we can jump ourselves into the game, see who's playing what, because that's what we want to find out. Going to MUFC first, we see Ned playing the Tidehunter with a nice wheel around his neck and a pirate flag. We have Ken playing the Naga Sirens. Ohai is going to be indeed be going into the mid lane. No, look at his helm. It looks quite cool. Yeah. Jesus, he has the whole set. Dragonbone Helm of Sir Davion. He only doesn't have the shield and the cape. So for people that have the shield and the cape of Sir Davion, please hand it over to Ohai, because he misses it and will complete its set. Completed sets are cool. Anyway, he's going to be taking on the mid lane again. We're going to have Sharky playing the Puck on the solo lane, and it will indeed be a tri-lane here with Freedom last one on the Venomancer, who is going to be standing in here. And then on the top lane for the Radiant team for Invasion, we have Huge Sim with Love playing the Earthshaker. We have got playing the Bat Rider. Looks to be going on to a dual lane here, by the way. Could be. I mean, Bat Rider is a pretty solid solo lane, but anything with an Earthshaker, like I said, like Earthshaker can go anywhere. He doesn't need to put himself at risk. He doesn't need to put himself at experience range. And with his Fisher, he's already so powerful that it is just very useful. Rune will be on the bottom lane. It looked like it was a regen rune or something that got denied. It looks like it got denied by the Windrunner. Windrunner being played by A. And we got I Love Japan playing the Faceless Void on the bottom lane. Mid lane will therefore be left for the Rubik, who is going to be played by FZFZMY. Malaysia, I would guess. So FZFZ. So that will be the Rubik solo mid. I mean, no support Rubik for him, and we have got ourselves an empty top lane. And I like this sentry ward place, because normally there would be a ward placed around here, but now the ward is placed there. So this is a too long range. I don't think they can see them here. And we have got Puck. I don't know why he's sitting there. He's going to be in a lot of trouble here. Actually, Tower now hitting him as well. Shackle, and this will be first blood. No first blood. Sharky, you are lucky, sir. Or you can call it skill. That's fine too, but I was actually expecting him to drop there. But yeah, Rubik against the Dragonite should be fine for both sides, to be fair. I mean, Fadebolt will still go through, hurting Dragonite slightly, but you know, look at that, he's still getting last hits. He's 2 for 1 right now, still getting a lot of harassed here. Most last hits so far are going to go to bottom and top lane, where the carries are free farming Faceless Void against the Naga Siren. I'm going to stick here though. I mean, Rubik still has a lot of mana, and I mean, I was going to say, if he doesn't back up soon, he might be having first blood on his, he might be having first blood on his hands, of him, that is. Anyway, Yeah, we're gonna have Earthshaker here together with the Batrider. And they are in a pretty difficult lane, to be fair. I mean, one Ensnare, one Riptide. Of course, they have an anti-ganker here, which is the Earthshaker. I'm sorry, my circles in game are really terrible. So, but yeah, one Fisher and Batrider will be safe. Fisher has to stay around though, and with Fisher I mean Earthshaker, but right now he is like only there for the Fisher. Salve being popped by the Rubik, and there's a bottle already up by the Dragonites. We're gonna have a Puck in a lot of trouble, who's gonna orb his way into the jungle. Faces Void saw him go there though, and will be able to move around, finds him, right clicks, and Puck does not have any mana anymore. Will there be anything more? Power shot, first blood! Sharky saying, no please! And I love Japan, picking up first blood. And in the meantime, on the top lane, we have got ourselves a Batrider in a lot of trouble. Where's the Fisher? Where's the Fisher? Bam, there's the Fisher. And now it's gonna be the other way around. Tidehunter in a lot of trouble, gonna get blocked here. Right clicks going off, level or 2 stacks up on that sticky napalm. But it is the Batrider that will probably take a fall here. Overextension, Riptide helping out, Nagasiren picking it up, and Gush will finish off the Earthshaker. Net doing something in return still. And TP's comes back in from the Batrider already, trying to find someone on the way out, but is not going to be able to find anything anymore. Will we just be able to continue to harass her with the sticky napalm? He is still level 1, of course, and he was versus way higher levels than himself. Himself being popped by the Nagasiren now as well. Here comes Tidehunter. He's going to come in from the side. He doesn't have a Gush just yet. Needs 10 more mana. But I think Batrider now saw him, so he's going to be backing off again. And he puts even some sticky napalm up on the Tidehunter, who is still hanging around there. Well, didn't hit actually. In the meantime, middle lane, we have got ourselves a Rubik on 18 for 3 last hits with 12 for 1 on the Dragonite, who's still bottle throwing his bottle. And he's not doing that bad. I mean, he's got 12 last hits and he's getting levels, which is basically all they can ask for. Although last hits he's getting a bit behind. With actually, still 3 are still very even, and those 3 are still the Rubik in the mid lane. For the Radiant side faces Void, who's doing very good, of course. Also got that Force Blood money, already got 1600 gold with 4 minutes in, so that's a lot of gold right there. And it's the Nagasiren that's able to keep up with those two. So it's 2 versus 1 if you look at... Oh, hello. This is sad. What are you gonna do now, Ohi? Oh, hi. What are you gonna do now? Where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna go? Well, that's all time consuming. Oh, I love this courier. I have this courier, in case you're wondering. That's why I love it. If I didn't have it, I would probably find it really annoying that other people would have it, but I have it. And he's gonna be getting a TP scroll. And of course, if he was interrupted with the TP, well, he's gonna eat his way through first. Oh, stun! Creeps helping out! Wind Run available! Is there gonna be any support there? Easy Tango! Gonna be fine though. Faces Void around there as well, level 5, almost level 6, so just be really careful. But oh, he's actually sticking around there. There's a stun still, and the breath, and the hit. Big plays coming off from Ohi, just eating his way through. Like this was the last tree that was standing there, and he just ate his way through and got the kill. Nice job, level 5. Versus a level 3 Windrunner, and that breath just doing massive amounts of damage. And Puck in the meantime was able to take off on the mid lane, because he's not getting anything on the bottom lane anyway, so we might as well do this. What he just did, that is. Let me see. No, did I miss a kill in the meantime? I don't think I did I? No, I definitely did not. Just confusing. I was sticking with Ohi for so long that I was thinking maybe that I did miss something, but I didn't, so it's all cool. Does it stick around? Yeah, the Iron Branch is gonna stick there. And the bottle is gonna be hanging... Oh no, where? He still has the bottle. He's gonna try to get the... Wait and see if he gets the 6-minute rune. 6-minute rune. Tidehunter is gonna try to put Earthshaker in some trouble. Here comes the Batrider door. We'll learn some sticky napalms there. Gale in the meantime on the side going off on the Rubik, who gets a stun as well. Fisher going down still. It's on the Venomancer. Dragon form being turned. Telekinesis there. Breath got stolen. Venomancer drops and his Rubik now in a lot of trouble. Will still drop as well as Batrider now on the way out. Batrider, who was not able to take care of the Earthshaker. I think Earthshaker was able to get his way safely home. And it's 1 for 1 in the mid lane. And then Dragonite did manage to pick up the double damage rune, so had sent the donkey back. Zonky, I should say, Zonky. Sent the Zonkey back to the base because he didn't need it anymore. He already got that bottle charge. Now he's empty again though, so we'll probably see the Zonkey go in there again soon. We've got the Faceless Void, still happily farming, picked up his threads, has got a poor man's shield, and is just, I mean, like I said, he's just happily farming. This is a Faceless Void that is going to be so dangerous. I mean, yeah, he's farming against a Naga Siren, but Naga Siren just died. Earthshaker picking up the kill with his Fisher. 3 versus 1 there, and I mean, that's not a good start for Naga Siren, even though our last hits are definitely not bad. It is a Faceless Void that is going to be the one that is going to be doing the works there. Phase shift, right clicks, fade, but look at that damage! Riptide being stolen, one more head needed, but there's the stun from Ohai, and there's the Orb as well, doing some damage. No more mana upon the Dragon Knight though. I bet he wishes he would have had his bottle sent back earlier, but no kill for him, even though of course the more important thing, Puck does not die either. In the meantime on the top lane, there goes the ensnare, and Bedrite in a lot of trouble. Fireflies trying to get away. Fisher stunning them all. Firefly, is it going to be enough? Venomous trying to do what he can, but it's actually freed and it's in a lot of trouble right now. It's going to be backing off. No more Fishers up for the Earthshaker. That would have gotten him a kill, I think, if he was still in range for that, but he backs off. And he is happy with that. I mean, Bedrider got away alive. That is exactly why you pick up an Earthshaker. One Fisher can stop everything in his tracks and make sure your teammate gets away. So good, yeah, good choice for a hero pickup right there, and good use of it as well. In the meantime, Dragon Knight already picked up the bottle again, drank all of it, and sends the Zonkey back with the bottle again. That's good stuff right there. The bottle crowing immensely, and Faceless Void still farming 1500 gold here. He's now up versus Tidehunter. Tidehunter is level 6, so he might see a Ravage soon. But, you know, at the same time, there's also a level 8 Faceless Void who does have a Chronosphere and has not used it yet. And if he gets a bit of harassment in on either the Puck or the Tidehunter, Puck who's level 4 still, by the way, one Chronosphere will definitely kill him off. Now the Faceless Void just deciding to farm in the jungle instead, and with those power threats, he will be able to do that as well. For the people asking in the chat, that courier is the one that you get if you buy in, if you bought at TI2, if you bought the plush courier, like the plushie, you get that courier with it. So it's not that common. Well, not right now. It looks like he's just walking. I'm gonna drink some water while we wait for the. Oh, actually, we go, but we're still gonna drink some water. Oh, there. Actually, we're not gonna go. This is disconnect. Still drink water. We all. Now, in the meantime, let's put ourselves on the net worth. I mean, there's been kills back and forth, but net worth right now around that 9/10 minute mark. I always try to switch because this is what matters most right now. This gold, and it's actually, I am quite surprised to say that Rubik, even though on the same team, is ahead of the Faceless Void last hit wise. Net worth wise, which is. Well, yeah, only by 50 gold, but you know, there was a first lot going for the Faceless Void, but and Rubik even died once. But Rubik been in 2 kills, the Faceless Void only in 1, and of course, Rubik has got some nice last hits as well. I mean, he's got 32, not as much as the Faceless Void though. He's got 47, but that just proves how much extra gold you can get when you are present for kills, because that got a buff, obviously. This got you get more gold when you're around for kills. That got buffed. So even if he doesn't have an assist, if he was in the vicinity, he still would have gotten gold. So there's been 3 kills, and I don't think he was in the kill on the bot lane, but he has been around for the kills other than that. So getting the gold from that, and having some nice gold with that as well. I mean, he was higher than the Faceless Void. Wow, how did that change around all of a sudden? What did he send back? Oh. Sorry, he had something in the courier. He dropped all of a sudden so much. Dragon Knight right now ahead of him. He, of course, has been bottle crowing, and now he has his bottle back as an inventory, so that will be 600 gold switching back and forth. In the meantime, everybody is back to farming again. I mean, Batrunner wants to be level 6 before he can start ganking again. And I think Venomancer wants to be level 6 as well before they start going for team fights with the Tidehunter there as well. Smoke up though for invasion. They're gonna find a Tidehunter. Telekinesis, stun, Fisher, Shackle not latching. He's still got their own Ravage if he wants to. Will he want to though? I think he does, but he has to find a positioning first, and it is invasion that actually backs out again. Maybe they're still able to get him. Gush still lands. 2 seconds for another shackle. Here comes the Phases Void. Gets ravaged. Gets stunned. He just dived himself in there. And the Chronosphere doesn't hit anything. And nobody walks into it either. Phases Void now on the run. Dragon's Breath again. But Dragon Tail first. But there's the Telekinesis. Stun lands on the tide. Phases Void has to get off. Breath still does so much damage. And that is him down. Venomancer picking him up. Phases Void. He is gonna live. But wow, that fight could have been so much better for both teams, actually, I have to say. And this Bedrider that is actually hidden in the jungle here. 3 heroes now going towards the tier 2, tier 1. I mean, oh wow. I was not expecting that fight to go that way. I mean, we had the big ultimates being used. The Ravage, the Chronosphere, but only the Rubik getting picked up on the side by a ward from the Venomancer is not something that you would expect with all those spells going down. Telekinesis being very useful though, well, has saved Phases Void, so that's, you know, a worthy sacrifice for the Rubik for sure. Even though it could have been so much better. I mean, the Chronosphere is just, oh, face-palming. Not good, not good. Tier 1 tower gonna get dropped here most likely. I mean, 3 heroes bashing on it with no defense really is gonna do that. In the meantime, of course, there was already a tower going down in the mid lane also for the Radiant side, with the Radiant side themselves only being able to take down this tier 1 on the bottom lane, so it's now 1 tower in favor of MUFC. And that will mean that the gold graph is also going towards their favor. The rest is actually pretty much in balance, to be fair. I mean, mid and bottom were, all one last hit-wise by the invasion. Lasso, oh, you're so dead! Rubik killing him off with his own fire, his own breath of fire. He's gonna be not getting the rune because the rune is bottom. Illusion rune there. We have the Naga Timer continuing her farm on the top lane, going towards a Ravage. Fisher, TP out. There's gonna be a TP at the same time from the Tidehunter. But yeah, he's just gonna be standing here doing nothing. He doesn't have a Ravage for another 15 seconds. But a good reaction. I mean, you don't want to be ganked like that, and that's why you have the song. You can just continue farming elsewhere. In the meantime, bottom lane is gonna be a Chronosphere. This time successful. And Puck will drop there with the Shackle landing inside the Chronosphere. Not really all that needed, but at least he wasn't able to TP out just in case. Phases Void picking up an Ogre Club, probably going to go for a BKB, something you definitely want to have if you can have, if you're up against the lineup from MUFC. I mean, you look at their lineup, you think Ravage, you think Song, you think Dragon Tail. That's all disables that you don't want to be dealing with. So, oh, and they're talking about Ravage and Snare here. Bedrider, a lot of trouble, will get picked up beforehand. It's already, oh, look at that damage. Tidehunter already taking so much damage. Bedrider already down though. Venomancer ulti hitting on 2 here. Power Shot going through, and that's the Earthshaker able to TP out. Windrunner will die here though. At the same time, the Rubik was able to pick up the Naga Siren, but will pay for that one with her life. Triple kill for the Dragon Knight with a buyback from the Rubik, who TPs back instantly. He does not want to lose his tier 1 tower. He might though. Phase Bolt will still go through. Dragon Tail hits fire as well. And the Gale going through. There's the Telekinesis. There is the Rubik. If he dies again, which he does, he can't buy back. He just bought back already. That is such a hard smack in the face of Invasion right now. They will lose their tier 1. They have lost their Rubik twice. They have their Bedrider looking for a lasso upon the Tidehunter, who has 3 stacks. And the Ravage gets used though. Still a lot of damage being done. Power Shot going through. Bedrider is going to drop again, as well as the Puck though. So 2 for 1. That's not that bad. If Earthshaker still wants to take down the Dragon Knight, but the Fisher preventing him from doing so. Echo Slam being used. Stun again. Shackle doesn't latch. Power Shot will go through. It is going to be Windrunner that might drop here. One more hit, and he gets the kill with the Dragon Tail before he dies himself. Tower's still alive though. And I do think these two teams are friends of each other, which you might why you might see some more old chat than what you've normally been used to. But damn, these exchanges, I mean, tower stands, but at what cost? At what cost? Rubik killed twice. Windrunner dead twice. Earthshaker TP'd out. Earthshaker didn't die, by the way. He TP'd out and then TP'd back in. So good play by this Earthshaker right here. But yeah, 9 for 12 though, I have to say. I mean, he did defend the tower, and Phases Void was there for a kill. He didn't die, so doing a good job there. And he purchased something. What did he buy? Aha! BKB complete. That is that. We have the gold graph 2k in favor of MUFC. I mean, yeah. It's still, I have to say, 15 minutes in is not that big of a change. Fisher will hit on the Dragon Knight. There's the telekinesis. Shackle will latch. Fade Bolt. Lasso. Chronosphere. Everything. Venomancer, you are going to be going down, I think, as well. Look at these hits. Bashes, breaths, and kills. And this might be a tier 1 tower as well, with the tower bashing on the Faceless Void in the meantime, who doesn't want to be clicking a creep, which he could be doing. But apparently he doesn't really mind. This is quite surprising. Kill off the tower before it kills you. New meta. Faceless Void taking out the tower. In the meantime, though, Puck still by himself picking up tier 1 tower at top, so it was a trade. It is now no tier 1 towers left standing for invasion, with 1 tier 1 tower left standing on the side of the Dire. In the meantime, it looked like a song has found Rubik, who is going to be locked inside Gosh and Snares, and that's going to be such an easy kill. He still tried to steal a kill before, tried to steal a spell before doing that, but yeah. He is now fish food according to the Tidehunter. And it's going to be, Windrunner is going to be building towards a mechanism, a solid build for her. Even doing that before, Face Boots, of course, she got shut down in the lane a bit. Well, shut down. She's just been dying 4 times, never that many last hits, and was, I believe, a bit of a support in this case. But yeah. Mechanism, it will be useful. Definitely useful if you're up for the lineup that is relying on their burst damage with their Fisher, of course. Yeah, but Earthshaker was probably saving for a Blink Dagger or something like that. I mean, he's got 700 gold, picked himself up some mana boots. Still doing fine. Let's see if we can find some other builds. We saw the BKB, curious to see what he's going to go for next. We have got ourselves probably a 4-stop build up by the Rubik, who is halfway there. In the meantime, this is all fake ones, but they're still doing a lot of harassment on his Batrider, who has not picked up anything just yet. Normally what you would expect on a Batrider is a Blink Dagger at this point, but he has just been shut down hard as well. I mean, he's got 37 last hits, which is all nice and fair. But he died 3 times, so that's not really that ideal, and he doesn't have that much yet apart from what you see in his inventory as well, so 700 gold, of course. Rubik is going to be on the bottom lane. It's going to be defending this push-in that Sharky orchestrated, but Sharky doesn't really care all that much. Ooh, this is nice. I do like this play. Like Venomancer, you're a support. It's always hard to find farmer support around this stage of the game because you got to leave the lanes a bit for your carries to be taken down so that they get farm and stuff like that. In the meantime, Rubik able to pick up Sharky. Was he still around? Puck. Sharky. You're a Puck. Pucks aren't allowed to die. Pucks aren't supposed to be dying. At the same time, he doesn't have his Blink Dagger just yet, though. Building towards it, it's going to be a Chronosphere that locks into Chaos Knight here, who stuns, but Chaos Knight still got shackled. Is it going to be enough? Yeah, Fisher, and that's going to be Faceless Void picking up the kill in the meantime. The Tidehunter, who thought about going in there with his double damage, who decided to back off. What I was saying before that all happened, yeah, you find a hard farm. It's hard to find farm as a Venom as support, but this is an easy way to get it. With all these bars, just continuously place them and get experience as well as farm this way. It's really nice. I really like it. It does make a hell of a sound, by the way, all these, like the rumble that you hear in the background, that is these creatures walking around. And this is also the courier of the Radiant team. I mean, I gave attention to the courier of the Dire team being a Zonky, but this is actually a frog, so I wanted to say that as well. Frog with nice wings, fairy wings. The link is being built on the Naga Siren. That's because you know you can buy a BKB, you know, but that doesn't really work against Lasso, nor does it work against a Chronosphere. Now Linkus doesn't help against Chronosphere either, but you're not going to be lassoed, you're not going to be fade bolted, you're not going to be shackled. It is a really helpful thing in this game versus the lineup that Invasion has. So definitely good build for her. Let's see what the rest is building up on the Dire side. I mean, we already saw Puck building towards a Blink Dagger. We're still well, no, he's almost there actually, just needs 100 gold and some. We have a Venomancer who picked up, what is building towards a mechanism. Not really picked up just yet, and Tidehunter was building towards a Blink Dagger as well, for my believes. He's got 1700 gold, is not that far off, but he needs to go back to base to heal first. And of course the Dragon Knight, who is going to go for BKB by the looks of it, which is still, I mean, I'm saying the same thing as I said for the Naga Siren. It's not the most ideal thing to have. Definitely not. Even though, yeah, it will stop the Fisher from going through, you know, but that's will still stop the Fate Bolt. as well as a telekinesis, but I'm not sure. I mean, he's still gonna get less suit, and we already saw that he got less suit twice and killed off twice with that as well. Not really ideal. In the meantime, it's a smoke up for invasion here on the Radiant side, and they're gonna look for a target. Maybe they're gonna find a Dragon Knight, Spire farming the Ancients. But they're gonna be going for their own force first, but it looks a bit this guy. If he gets too close, oh no, he's fine. He's fine. Looks like they want to be trying to gank off the Faceless Void here. As in, these were thinking about it. They blinked at least. BKB completed. Windrunner is there. Wards being placed. Fisher hits on Dragon Knight. Shackle not latching. There goes the time lapse in. Chronosphere locks in tight. No Ravage for you. Look at this Bashes and not doing that much damage. Echo Slam in the meantime on the backside with Dragon Knight already going down. Venoman's ulti still goes up, but Freedom will still drop from the power shot and snare up on the Faceless Void. But the hit still goes up. Ravage goes up as well. The Tidehunter doing what he can, but he will still go up. Flame Break doing some damage, and it is Tidehunter one hit away from dying. He will need that one hit though. Double kill for the Faceless Void with the Rubik picking up a double kill as well, and that's a team wipe. A team wipe on the side of MUFC. One by one they went in, one by one they died, and that will be their prize. The tier 2 tower will be the prize. Focus Fire going through. Who cares if Faceless Void is on super low HP? He's got himself a Maelstrom completed with the damage he just did. And there's gonna be a tower. Faceless Void, I mean, he's farming so nice right now. How did the Naga Siren die here, to be fair? I mean, she didn't even use her song. And Blink Dagger not completed also by the Bat Rider. That was just a great fight for invasion all around. With that, they're gonna be pulling ahead. Look at that gold graph. Bam, up. Towards 0, but still up. And that's the experience we got. That shows more what we felt in that fight. I mean, that was just a straight line up. No question about that. I just need to drink some water, otherwise I might lose my voice. Don't want to do that. Well, that's going well, isn't it? Definitely. So Ravage is on cooldown for MUFC right now. They cannot force a team fight. Their Dragon Knight is getting picked off like every fight, and he died again before the fight even started. Like, that's the 3rd time. BKB did not help him. And the Naga Siren, who's supposed to be carrying this game also a bit, is not being able to carry just yet. Still having to farm more. Look at that net worth. Look at that Faceless Void. He is so farmed right now. He's got 4 for 0 for 6. He's been in 10 out of the 18 kills, and he's got 3k gold more than the 2nd highest on the list on net worth. Net worth? Okay, you know what I mean. But yeah, that's a farm Faceless Void. Of course, the second two on the list are the 2 carries from MUFC, and that's like a big difference right there between having 1 carry and 2 carries, because of course Radiant team has got like all their money banked on that Faceless Void. Of course a Bat Rider as well as a Windrunner Rubik can all semi-carry, even the Earthshaker can, but it's not a thing such as a Naga Siren and a Dragon Knight that can semi-carry. And we have a phone call coming out from FCFC. So we have to have a pause, and we have a go again. That's fast. 4 staff on the Rubik, as we saw in the previous fight, and I do believe that this is going to be a BKB as well. I mean, they want to have BKBs against that song, against those stunts coming off from the Dragon Knight, against the Ravage, everything that MUFC can throw at them. Even the Dream Coil as well as the Venomancer ulti is all counterable by a BKB. So if they get those off and get a good team fight, then they definitely are in favor of that. In the meantime, looks like they want to go for the last tier 1 tower still standing. There will be defense for it though. Everybody is here, as well as the Tidehunter, who has got a Ravage again, so we might see a team fight being popped up. But I have to say, after this last team fight, MUFC might be a bit hesitant to try and fight them head on. And of course they are not complete right now because the Dragon Knight is not there. Dragon Knight is farming in the mid lane while Rubik destroys the tier 1 tower. Does Invasion wants to continue going with this? They might actually. It could be. Venomancer mechanism just needs 600 gold, and then he's ready with that. As Windrunner has her mechanism complete already. Blink Dagger on the Bat Rider, we saw that one already. 1700 gold again on the Faceless Void. Blink Dagger on the Earthshaker as well. And 1300 gold up on the Rubik, so this Radiant team is getting pretty farmed, getting their items up nicely. As we are still waiting for most of the heroes of the Dire set to complete their items. Sharky does pick up his Blink Dagger, so that's a nice one to have for sure. Naga Siren still doesn't have anything else, and her gold right now is 28, so she bought something. And it's gonna be the recipe for Linkus Fair. That was about time. In the meantime, oh, lasso, Tidehunter, you're dead.
To the bottom I go.
Hello, Ward. Doing it work, blinking, clap, hits, face shift, and that's a kill. Windrunner's power shot, finishing it off. They blink because they know there's still people around there. There will be more blinks in 3 seconds if Earthshaker can find one. Will he try to blink in blindly? He could be. He hasn't given up. He's still running. He's still running. Nah, he's gonna decide to go for creeps instead. Okay. The Venderman's will play somewhere. Oh, there is it though. There's the time lapse. Not gonna find anybody anymore apart from illusions and the tier 2 tower. In the meantime, the Dragonite is happily counter pushing though, split pushing that is. He is killed off the tier 2 on the bot lane, and he's gonna try to go for the tier 3. By the looks of it, if nobody's gonna TP, and by the looks of it, nobody's gonna TP just yet. TP incoming. More TPs. Naga Siren Song. Gonna try to delay them. But there's the TPs already. Rubik will be already defending this one as the TP came from the Dragonite towards the top lane. Naga Siren is it and a snare? No, faces Void. He's gonna be able to TP out. Windrunner is gonna be able to TP out. Nice block, by the way. I mean, he was not in line of sight because he was behind the tree. Nice one there, and everybody's able to safely be out that way. And that's of course one of the things that you can try to do. Of course, it did not work here, but you know, if you want to try, then you can like split push, wait until some disappear, TP to defend their split push, and then try to fight the heroes that remain. Because you know, if everybody TPs, for example, to the same point, then all the TP timers will be different, which will mean that you should have the time to pick off at least 1 or 2 of that one. But not able to do so. In the meantime, Tidehunter does finish up his Blink Dagger, so we might have some better initiations coming up from him lately, making him not able to, or not needed to stand so far up front as he has been doing, and he's getting killed off because of that. But we'll have to see. I mean, this Faceless Void is gonna be the real pain. He actually bought something, and it probably is gonna be a Hyperstone, yeah, because he wants to go for a Mjolnir. And he will have that shortly. In the meantime, dust up for MUFC, and they're gonna go for the Roshan. There's no words here for the Radiant side. Where's an invisibility room, by the way? But no words for the Radiant side, and they should be able to take down Roshan pretty solidly, as Ohai is probably gonna just distract them. And they're gonna chase them down. Windrunner will, with this invisibility room, will find out that they're doing Roshan, and I only think she found that out because she saw the rest walking away from there. Otherwise, she would not have found out. So now they reveal their goals, and the cat's out of the bag. So we might have a team fight here if the Dire wants to chase that down, wants to force out that team fight. We have Windrunner still hanging around here, and now all the 5 heroes of Invasion wants to gather up here in the mid lane as well. I mean, everybody's there. Dragonite, Maelstrom complete, so maybe they're gonna be waiting until that one's complete. Donkey still has to bring it towards him. It was a fake telekinesis, as in on an illusion. Windrunner, invisibility rune disappeared, but Power Shot will still harass this Tidehunter, who's now got level 2 Ravage. There's the Windrunner as well. They're gonna try to find people, not gonna be able to find anybody anymore. Clearing out the trees though, giving some more vision. 4 heroes, 5 heroes here. Mjolnir is now in the hands of the Faceless Void, so we will see. Tier 2 tower, either we take that, or either the Radiant take that, or you team fight them. MUFC, what's it gonna be? Or you split push them, because in the meantime Puck is pushing top and Dragonite's pushing bottom. Power Shot will clear out some of the creep wave here, and Tier 2 tower will drop though. Blink in, Telekinesis, Venomancer, there's the stuns, more stuns, Bash. This must be a very unlucky Faceless Void. No Bash free when snare upon the bed, Rider Gil still going through. Echo Slam though, and that is gonna be a Ravage if you're lucky. Tidehunter, no, bashed all the way, Faceless Void, double kill. Naga Siren and Tidehunter both down, Tier 2 tower both down. And now the Dragonite TP'd back towards the mid lane, already popped his Dragon Form, gonna try to do what he can. He also picked up a Maelstrom. In the meantime though, Tier 3 tower gonna get harassed by this Puck, but it's a Puck. And Pucks are not that good with doing damage to towers apart from their right click. In the meantime, Tier 3 tower is gonna get harassed a lot here by this Faceless Void as well as by the Windrunner. Mechanism on the Radiant side They don't have to back off if they don't want to. It looks like they want to, though. Batrider already backed off and is gonna be able to defend this tier 3. In the meantime, only one tier 2 left standing. I mean, they do exchange the tier 2s. I mean, they get something in return. So that's definitely not bad, but it does feel like they're at the back foot right now. We have 3k gold only in favor of Invasion, and I say only because there's really not a lot at 29 minutes in, and we have 10k experience in favor of Invasion. That's because of the kills, of course. There's a 9 kill difference right here, and I have to say, I mean, the longer MUFC holds on, I feel like the stronger they're gonna become, because like I said, come on, there we go. As I said, the longer they go on, they have the 2 carries. And I do think that Faceless Void against those 2 carries, if they're farmed up enough, he won't be able to do that much anymore. At the same time, this Faceless Void is fat. No offense, I love Japan, but you are a pretty fat Faceless Void. I mean, he's got his Mjolnir, he's got his BKB, he's got 2k gold. He didn't die yet. He's got 6 kills, 6 assists. He is definitely a happy Faceless Void. In the meantime, mid lane is going to be some trouble for the Dragonite. He's going to get stunned, shackled, stunned. Ravage though, blinking. Trying to get away from this one, but here's the last 2 hits on the Dragonite. Wish you would have bought a Lincoln Sphere instead of that BKB. Now didn't you? There he goes down. Windrunner picking up the kill, and the rest backs off. Song of the Siren being used there, as the Naga Siren is able to TP out of that one. Wonder why she came in there. She finished the Lincoln Sphere, by the way, as we saw already, actually. And that's going to be Roshan going for the Radiant side. I mean, there's nothing that MUFC can do now, not without their Dragonite, to defend this. Actually, although they buy back, they do not want to give away this Roshan. They don't have a Ravage, though. And they have to deal against a Chronosphere. That is still up from the Faceless Void. Sentry Ward as well as an Observer Ward just to check out. And they do back off. In the meantime, tier 3 tower getting crushed again. Sharky doing the works. Just illusion scare off the Radiant team. I don't think MUFC can go for it themselves though. Like, they don't really have that that Ravage up, and they need the Ravage up if they want to try to contest that like in a proper way. They need to have that Ravage. 2600 gold. Windrunner is going to be probably building towards a 4 staff. It's just got normal boots still also, so might be thinking about upgrading those before anything else, but we'll see. Our Shaker picked up a cloak, dealing with the Ravage damage as well as with the Venomancer ulti. Just a good spell to have, good item to have, because it's so useful against a lot of these heroes that are on the dire side. Definitely a good pick up there as Rubik. Well, finished his Blink Dagger, finished his 4 staff, and yeah, we already saw him picking up his Overclock, so maybe still go for BKB with that. Let's see if we can find some more items in the meantime. 900 gold up on the Dragonite. We've got the Naga Siren picking up a Blade of Electricity, maybe going for the Futile or Manta Style. Either way, could be. Manta Style would be nice for her. And that is everybody. Well, Puck picked up an Ultimate Orb, but he's probably going for a Sheep Stick to be able to deal with that Faceless Void. Because they need to deal with that Faceless Void, because he is getting biggest. Fade Bolt harassing this Dragonite a bit. In the meantime, top lane in trouble. Batrider by himself and Snare there. Here comes Space Board as well, helping out. Chronosphere, Sharky, target number 1. That's 1 dead. Shackle onto that target, power shot, last 2, and that's 2 dead. Faceless Void, double kill. Naga Siren and the Puck thinking they had a clear shot at that one, but no sir, just bait. And good bait at that. Batrider. Pretty tanky with his power threads as well. I mean, normally you see Batrider sometimes also going for Vanguards for that tankiness, but no, not this one. This one just got power threads. Looks like the tier 2 tower will drop. In the meantime, tier 3 is going to get pressured. Tidehunter here, level 11, as well as a Dragonite. He's probably going to turn into a Dragon form when he can, to help push down this tower a bit faster. He does have a TP. Fateful going through. Tier 2 tower goes down on the top lane, but it's Telekinesis Dragonite. I think you're dead. BKB. Try to TP out, but the bash might still be there.
On my eye, that was no shock.
And with the enhanced Totem. Cutesium with low is gonna be able to, or with heart I should say, it's gonna be able to just kill off the the Dragonite. And I will be quiet if Earthshaker talks though, because he got a nice voice, that's why I was quiet for a second there. But yeah, he's doing definitely a good job. I mean, we saw him getting a mega kill just now, because I think after that one time that he died, he didn't die at all anymore. He's been in 20 out of the 26 kills. This is one involved Earthshaker. Definitely doing a good. Faces Void, you bought something, didn't you? Yes, you did. Oh, hello, start of the butterfly. We have Gem of Truth set up on the Venomancer, able to counter ward everything. They still want to get that Roshan. They're not going to be finding any wards here for the Dire, though. Oh, sorry, for the Radiant, because there's only one ward up for the Radiant, which is right here. Doesn't look like they're too unhappy about the wordlessness of the Radiant side, because they're still managing to pick up almost all the kills. Puck will be going into our uncharted territory. Blinks away. Yeah, they're not going to chase that one. Well, actually, the blinks are on there. So they might just try. Nah, gonna go for the tier 3. Perhaps they can get it. Force out a fight. They have got a Chronosphere. They've got a Lasso. They've got everything. All the heroes in the mid lane as well. Pressure is gonna come off on the tier 3 on the bot lane for the Radiant side though. I mean, Naga Siren, the real one. As well as Puck now there. And that was the fake one. And that's also a fake one. All the real ones, all the fake ones disappeared. And they blink away because the TPs are gonna come in. The sound is there and everybody backs off. No tier 3 tower getting arrested today anymore. I say anymore because it already was arrested and down to half HP. Might be a Roshan result though. And this is definitely a turnaround than what we saw in game number 2 and 3 of today that we saw. We saw MUFC winning with great ease against 2 teams, and now this game Invasion, who is no stranger to them. Well, looks to be a good game. Chronosphere, it's only the Venomancer though. And Betrod actually flies right in there. That's a Gem of Truth on the floor. Hello. That's a Windrunner picking it up. Coming in there. It looks like they still want to go for that tier 3 tower. I mean, Venomancer is one of those heroes that can definitely have a good counter push purely because he can just place his wards constantly. With no Venomancer, they don't have to deal with that one, and they can just take down this tower. Fortification is still up, but they probably want to use it for the barracks. And yeah, even if they want to use it for the barracks, let's see if they do. There's one barracks down, and there's no fortification being used. And this Faceless Void is just, he hasn't died yet at all. And his butterfly is completed. TPs are gonna come in towards the bottom lane though. Tier 3 tower has taken a lot of harassment, but links in. Oh, and that's interrupting that. Song is already on cooldown. Fisher will still hit, and that's Naga Siren. And he is gonna go down for sure. Yeah. Lasso doesn't hit anymore because there was a Lincoln's, but you know, it doesn't matter because the kill was there. And at least they managed to do something in return, but it's not taking down anything, so nothing really taking in return of value. And I'm quite surprised they didn't use the fortification, to be fair. Quite surprised, indeed. And yeah, that's the butterfly complete. Windrunner picking up a quarterstaff, so 4 staff almost complete. Just needs the recipe. 2700 gold up on this Bat Rider. We already got the BKB complete up on the Rubik. On the Radiant side, we are not going to see that much different items since the last time. I mean, Puck's still building towards a Sheepstick. We still have the split push going on from MUFC. Tidehunter has picked up a Staff of Wizardry, so curious to see what he's going to be doing with that one. Got the Venomancer. I mean, we still haven't seen more of him. In the meantime, tier 3 tower top lane is going to be the target. Again, fortification still up. There it goes. Blink in from the Rubik, telekinesis up on the Venomancer. Not gonna be able to get something though. It's gonna be Faceless Void getting in a snare, getting a kill, but he doesn't care. He'll still hit stuff. And that is a Chronosphere, and that is the dragon. Look at his position. He looks a really weird dragon this way. A really dead dragon as well. I mean, popped his BKB, but the bash and the damage. Oh, he's still alive. Pain. Getting in a snare, but yeah, there you go. Sorry, I swear I say pain. It's because of the P there, but it's Japan that picks up the kill. Nice shackle, power shot. Ravage being used though, but it's not in time, or is it? Gil misses. Venomancer ulti does not miss for sure, but it's Freedom that now has to back out. Meantime, Tier 3 tower is still standing. That's a song from a very low Naga Siren. And it's gonna be Faceless Void. I mean, he's just unkillable right now. He is level 20. Tower will go down. 21. Look at the levels. He is the highest level. Highest level upon the Radiant side, sorry, upon the Dire side is level 17. So 4 levels difference right now, and that is insane. That is massive. Fisher. And that's a time lapse away from there. Time lapse away from there. Snare. Gush still hits. 4-step forward again. Still wants to be going for something. Echo Slam. Power shot by Tidehunter. And it's the Shackle that does latch on the Naga Siren. And she will go down as well. Barracks are dead. And that's MUFC calling the GG. Because Invasion proved to be too strong in this match. And we have got ourselves Invasion going on to round 5 in this GosuCup Asia. Ooh. And I have to try to find a contact for Invasion. Oh, we're gonna type. Also GG calling is also nice. But yeah, it is gonna be Invasion that will be going to round number 5 for this GosuCup Asia. And we'll find out shortly who it's gonna be up against. There's a stun, bash, 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 bash. This Faceless Void has not died a single time. He is one farmed Faceless Void. But everybody died of the Dire side, disconnected, so we will have the throne exploding very shortly. So stay tuned for more Dota 2 action. My name is Sheever. I am a Gosu Gamers caster. If you want to find out more about the GosuCup, which you do, because you want to see the brackets and stuff, you can go to gosugamers.net/Dota2, and on the right side you'll find a banner, and under the banner is the link. And if you click on the link, you'll be going to the event page of the GosuCup Asia, and you will be able to see everything that you want, including the brackets. So do that. And if you want to support me, then please subscribe to my YouTube. Which is youtube.com/SheeverGaming. That's it. I also have a website, by the way, if you want to know more about me and what I do. It's SheeverGaming.com. Anyway, we are gonna jump ourselves into the next game of Dota 2. It's gonna be Invasion versus the other team, which I haven't found out yet who it is gonna be, but I will find out shortly. Stay tuned for that. And otherwise, have a good afternoon.